Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Goblins and Gates. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I'll toss it to my players to introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, and we'll get rolling into things.
Hi, I'm Maki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Gravewing, the Nagaji Sylph vigilante monk / air cadeticist, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she is the party mom / strategist of the rebellion.
Hello. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth IV, the matricidal Dampier Dandy Rogue and Spy Master, who uses she, any pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux, just Eurideux still. They are our Nephilim, cursed boy of a problem. They are going to be the party in this rebellion's firebrand, and they also use they, he pronouns.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, a totally normal Nephilim thaumaturge bard having a very normal and good time learning all about her way more cursed family. She also uses she, her pronouns and is the anathema partisan.
Hello, I am Sparlock, and both me and my character use he, him pronouns. I'm going by Alistair Whiskerfield, wizard detective extraordinaire. As heir to the fine distinguished family of wizard mice ratzards, Isoki arcanists. I swear I was always aware of it. I keep my whiskers to the ground to uncover the truth of the powers that be who subjugate us, by which I mean I'm our recruiter.
And hello, to round off the group, I am Tick. I have he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Nihil, a flesh warp sorcerer who is just a totally ordinary cook and quartermaster for the group, and definitely not a cannibal. Parentheses, he's a cannibal, but it's a dietary restriction, so don't be too mean to him.
So, now the question is, what happened last time? It's been a bit for us, but...
I know it's been a bit, and it really sucks because all my brain can scrounge up is maid outfit? ? But there was other stuff that happened. That was like
there were other things. I believe that we can always turn to the backup recap person and see.
Yeah, hey Farris, you're smart and you actually take notes instead of remembering everything and then not letting it leave your. It's like, listen, if it's been more than 2 weeks, my brain deletes the information at mock speed. So Farris, can you open
the stuff you remember without writing it down is impressive.
All numbers made outfit.
So I've got to briefly recap 24 also for all of us, and you can cut this part out of the recap. This is just for our brains, and then I'll recap just 25. Which was 24 was where we went to this. Half of us went to the circus. There was a whole reflection that tried to eat Lou and probably didn't, maybe. And then we regrouped at the shop, Gravewing's brother-in-law / sister's shop. And also, that's when we found out some fun facts about Lou's mom and Talus's situation and formulas that were created. Great. The other half of the group went to Clockwork Halls, did some rumor sowing, specifically like anti-Scriabin sentiment, and then came up with the plan to send Nihil into the Scriabin household as a maid, who insisted that it be specifically a maid outfit, and we all said, heck yes. And then the reflection lady was called Lady of Thorns, and then 25. So last time what happened was Euri explained a little bit about what they know about the Lady of Thorns, who's a sentient being, supposedly a fae who was drowned in quicksilver by Mab and now steals faces via reflection. Probably not a problem. Gravewing talks to some of the other circus members, but everybody is super dead except for one person who can't die. Their name's Rook. They, for some reason, are impervious to death, so good for them. We rescue them out of the circus by smuggling them out and doing a lot of disguising of things. And the whole group convenes at the Starlight Armaments and decides to circulate word of what the Holy Blood has been doing by using a printing press owned by one of Euri's exes, who happens to be a poet. There's a brief side moment where we all get, by we, I mean some people go to get maid outfits and new clothing. And then, then we go see Euri's ex, who's not pleased to see Euri, but does agree to do the thing for us with the printing press, mostly through bribery and flattery on Lou's part. And that's more or less where we left off. There was a brief drop by with the Midnights to drop off the Hesterhunder, and Gravewing had a little moment with Tadashi. And I think that was the important stuff. So.
Yeah. We're working our way through this week, which would leave us 2 weeks before the ball. We have a few days left on the week itself. What downtime actions and things like that were people going to be doing?
I guess I have to learn how to be a maid. Wait.
Training sequence with Gravewing.
Oh no.
This is just Gravewing High School Host Club. Wait, Gravewing Tavern Host Club, okay?
I was gonna say, it's so funny if you say high school, Gravewing does not have that education level. Gosh. Well, I guess I'm doing that, but I also need to go see Kessie again so I can bribe more scales out of her.
I think one thing, allegedly Gravewing said they need to talk to Euri about Lou's thing.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. I was about to say, I don't got nothing to say to you. Nah, that's false. I have one thing to say to you.
One thing.
You gotta make sure that my cousin's not a problem.
Well,
he is a problem, but he's a hot problem. So
I was gonna say, did we not? We understood that Euri is a problem. Euri showed up saying, "I'm a problem."
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
That's in the introduction, though.
I really want Euri to use me and discard me. Anyways, you guys have fun.
Why? Why?
So
fucking napkin. And continue.
So we'll get to these scenes in just a second, but one big thing that happens is you two get a message from Clover that the row is no longer safe. That Johnny has put out a bounty on Lorelei.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
It's a clarifying question. What is the details of the bounty? Because I need to. Did he dox her?
He used her full name, Lorelei Dabria, and
Shit.
Then it is for her head specifically. 500 gold.
Oh my god, he fully fucking doxed her. Okay, well then, she's not staying at the row, is
No,
she?
she is
so much
not.
smarter than that. Thank you.
Literally, almost all of the blades have left the row, specifically through all of the tunnels, because it's just currently unsafe for any of them to be there.
I was gonna say, so we
as of now, we've kind of totally lost the row, huh?
As of this moment.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the bad column for now.
Yeah.
Is this bad level or yikes level, would you guys say?
I think yikes.
Yikes.
I think
Feels like a
yikes.
yikes.
I think we're in yikes territory.
We
Yeah.
were in bad territory when half of them died.
Yeah, this feels like yikes.
You're right. You're right. I was being a little too kind. Okay, we're in yikes. Okay.
Yeah,
I just
they
need.
they've sort of split between a couple of different districts. The remaining members hiding in safe houses and Coffin Walk, and the Darklight Bazaar.
I was gonna say the North Star would be open, be quite open to them, but I will in particular just stay with Lorelei. I don't. No offense, y'all, but fuck you. I gotta stick with her to keep her safe, please.
Yeah, Lorelei will, for the most part, move between safe houses as necessary. There are a few in various districts, but also the Wollstonecraft Manor does.
Marigold and Nadia. Those they were staying at the Row, but they're not safe there anymore.
Yeah, they would.
The Grow and Hammer specifically is also because it's in the Row, right?
Yes. Oh, we lost. Is it safe to say we have lost the safe house of Crow and Hammer? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Last.
Marigold and Nadia will also essentially be sent to two different safe houses. You can go and get Nadia and take her to the Wollstonecraft Manor or anything like that. They will give you her location.
Reference for where we put Nadia, Alyssa?
I mean, she didn't want me to lock her up in a clock tower for some reason. By clock tower, I mean wizard tower. But I think that means she probably wouldn't want me to lock her up in a clock tower either.
We have a whole manor. It's like home. Just less mothers.
We stripped it clean, actually. It's we gotta put it all back.
It still has running water, and that's
And
all
furniture.
that matters.
I'm worried for Nadia. I think we were the worst option for her.
And you did keep a lot of food and stuff there because you couldn't move it to when you went to other safe houses. They already had food, so.
Unfortunately, that's also where Akos's people have been staying. The people that Akos gave us for our first squad. So
Connix and Lena.
Yeah. So you have to be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I mean, can I put her in North Star? I feel like I'd be more comfortable with her with Juniper than...
I was gonna
Juniper and Rook now. Rook is at North Star too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rook is there. I'd be okay with that. Just all of the bedrooms are barred from everybody. Nobody's allowed to go in the bedrooms because actual people live there.
Everyone's sleeping in the living room.
Yeah, I mean, look, Juniper will just buy a bunch of cots and stuff, and that's what everyone sleeps on.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no, just get into like fucking sleeping bags and stuff. It's not like we have a ridiculous amount of pillows and blankets because of the winter, and then most of us also sleep in the forge for half of the year. So yeah, at that point, just not going into the bedrooms is because some of them are children's rooms.
But yeah, Nadia won't really be able to help with the running the shop part because, she's supposed to be missing, possibly dead, but can certainly stay there. It's just the chance that somebody sees her is a little higher than a place like the Wollstonecraft Manor.
Yeah, my concern with the Wollstonecraft Manor is that they're going to start moving people back into the district.
That's true.
But maybe it's safer for now. I don't know. What do people think?
We still have some time before that happens, I believe.
We've got a little bit of time.
They're going to start moving people back in the following week.
Yeah. So we have a little time to push that decision and maybe get Nadia to warm up to, I guess, anyone except for Laeth, since she seems a little
Get her to warm
anti-sister
up
right now.
Get her to warm up to being in the wizard tower.
The wizard tower is cool and is full of magical books. I don't know what her deal is. She can get a head start on her studies.
Who cares that literally only Alistair can open it and that she might explode if she tries to leave.
She can leave it. She just can't break in.
I mean, she
who would
can't.
want to leave a
She
wizard
can't
tower?
re-enter.
And
That means she
Listen,
can't
I'm being
leave.
goofy. I'm being goofy.
I don't see
She
a
just
problem
can't go
here. I'm
back
just
unless
saying.
Alistair is with her. This is how she becomes buddies with Alistair, and they become study buddies.
Aw, yeah.
Right?
Okay, let's put
The
her in
wizards.
the manor and try and talk her into going to the wizard tower.
Just keep
Look at
talking
all
about all the
these
cool wizard stuff in
books.
there.
Yeah. Other things that you will get messages about. There was another attack in Clockwork Halls, but luckily, because all of the people at Clockwork have been very vigilant about things, they were able to stop it before any damage actually happened.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah,
Shit's fucked.
yeah, that's the best way to describe it. There was some damage in one of the factories, but other than that, no actual people were harmed.
That's
Do
good, though.
we want to focus? Do we get to do rebellion actions this week?
Yes, you will.
Do we want to focus on recruitment? I know we also need to lower our threat, though, is a problem.
We really need to lower our threat.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
right
lower
now,
threat and then work on recruitment. We're just kind of spread
do both.
thin right now.
So right now, from my understanding, we know we're going to infiltrate a masquerade. We know we're going to send Nihil into maid service. Miss Scriavin's a flesh warp maid or whatever. And we're going to do one more thing that I'm trying to remember about the clockwork. We started our rumors already, so we're just doing the maid service.
Started your rumors.
As well. So
Yeah, I'll say with like the out of character, like the maid service and things like that. Just focus on the masquerade ball currently.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything like that we can do next season. This is mostly just because like I want to focus on finishing out the season.
Okay, no. Yes. Understood. Thumbs up. Tangentially related, do we have all the information for the masquerade ball yet? Because I was gone that session.
No,
No,
Okay.
we're
we
still
do not.
waiting to hear back from a few sources. We
Okay.
reached out to a sibling about invites. The Midnights also thought they could procure invites. And we were still... I know Laeth had been doing a lot of information gathering on like the building and stuff.
We were going
We're
to
specifically getting your brother, right?
my brother-in-law. Yeah.
Brother-in-law. Yeah.
I mean, close enough. Yeah.
Brother from a different mother.
I would sure hope so. It's we did plan to try and find more recent people who have worked at the Lark estate.
Yeah.
That was something that I know Alistair brought up. But then we went to the tower, which was equally as fun. So,
So we have several leads on the masquerade ball already, which means I think personally, from what we have, we should focus on recruitment and actually lowering our threat compared to getting information and all
We
that
also
jazz.
have one more set of rebellion actions before the actual ball.
Do you suggest personally we do one recruitment action, one lowering our threat, and maybe one more lowering our threat, but like the third one, I'm kind of like, because we get 3 actions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we can only lower our threat by 1 per threat lowering thing, and we have pretty high threat levels right now.
Yeah.
Our
So
threat
I'll just
level
roll the
is
threat level.
at 36, and every time we reduce it, it only reduces by 1.
No,
To
it
my
reduces
knowledge.
by a D6.
Oh, a d6. Okay,
A D6,
we just
and if
got
you
really
critically
unlucky
succeed,
last
it's 2D.
time.
You got really
Yes.
unlucky last time.
Okay.
Okay.
You just
But
rolled
still-
super loud.
I was gonna say, I know it cannot just be 1. I was like, that's super
Yeah.
fucked up. We're just gonna die before we finish this campaign.
Clearly, there's a meta commentary here on how we can't succeed, and we're actually going to fail this campaign, and that's fine.
That's
We're
what
gonna learn
happens
to be
if
fine
3
with
of you
failure.
play rich people. We should have all played rich people. We would have had a better
Should've.
chance.
Should have.
That's what you get.
Extortion,
That's what you get for
extortion,
being a
extortion.
commoner.
Mhm.
For that, this is just like for the spreading the rumors. Are we gonna have to send more stuff to Zacel? Does anyone need to go back? No, right? No one needs to go back and talk to them, right?
No, not currently.
Cool.
I don't think.
Perfect.
I think if they wanted like the stories, then in theory I would have to go back. But
I was gonna go back and just like talk to them, but if we don't need to, we don't need to. That's fine.
You made your sincere apology. Making another one just sounds like you're trying too hard.
Well, I have another reason to like maybe not give Gravewing's info if we don't need to. I think that's a last resort. If the cell shoots me out the door, then maybe I'll talk to Gravewing about it. But
yes,
that's
going
fair.
back on your promises instantly.
Now
Oh my
listen
God, that's
here.
so
That's
funny.
not what I was. That's not what was intended.
That's what's happening.
That's so funny. That's so rude.
Oh my gosh.
She
Okay.
didn't even seem that interested in it. That's all I'm saying. Though I think she just wanted to get me out of there. Anyways, we should lower our threat or some shit.
We should lower our threat for sure.
So,
What I have a proposition. We try to lower our threat twice, and if it goes well, then our third action can be recruitment, and if it goes badly, then we lower it again.
Can we do that?
I like that plan.
You can take the same action 3 times if you would like.
Can I roll for the threat reduction? Because I think it'll be funny. Please.
Yes.
Somebody has to.
Thank you.
So yeah, you'll have 3, and it's going to be normal DC for your level, and for you, the crafting or survival.
Yay. I'm scared.
Lowering
It
our
is
threat through
crafting.
cooking.
I'm not cooking food, so I don't get all of my bonuses, but I get some bonuses.
You could be starting a soup kitchen, and that's how we lower our threat. Look at us, just
Oh
running
yeah,
a
I
soup
can
kitchen.
a fucking mafia pizza front. Look, I'm making one of those fake pizza places that are definitely
Okay,
a money
that's-
laundering front, but the food's so good, no one questions it.
Absolutely the wrong energy, but you know what? That's the opposite of what we're trying to do here.
Oh, what? You don't want your mafia front? That's what most unions started as.
Roll the number.
Oh, I'm grabbing my dice from the other side. I tried to distract you all with funny bits, so you didn't realize I didn't have my dice on me.
Well,
D20, right? Or it's crafting.
D20 plus your crafting. Yeah.
Let's check my little gay crafting modifier. Hello, little gay crafting modifier. My crafting modifier is plus 13. That's good. I saw plus 0 for athletics. I was like, I love having a plus 0 in crafting. Right. Starting off strong. Do I still have that free ace hero point?
Sure. I mean, you start with a hero point anyways.
But can I have a free ace hero point because it's ace visibility day and you love me? And also Farris?
Sure.
Come on, it's goblins and gays. You gotta feed me the spare hero
Sure.
point. Knowing me and Farris, we're gonna need it. Use different dice. You wouldn't betray me, right? Nihil themed dice. Actually, I'm taking that. Knocking on wood. Knock on wood. That was a jinx. Okay, the knocking on wood actually helped. That's a 31.
31. Which is literally by the skin of your teeth, a critical.
Okay, but to say a regular success, I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Okay.
By literally 1.
Thank you.
this is rigged. Aubrey does want us to fail.
So that is reduced by 2d6.
Yay! Now to roll the d6s. Hello, d6s. I got a 4 and a 6, so that is by 10.
By 10.
Nice.
Now soup
Solid.
kitchen going really good.
I mean, it's probably closer to like just, making sure that general community support, making sure people have things and, helping the right people so that they will look the other way when you do rebellion things.
Damn,
see
not
them.
helping people out of the good of your heart, just doing it for gain.
I never do anything out of the good of my heart. I do it because I love cooking. It's not for you. Know your place.
Right? But yeah, that is pretty good. That is an entire 10 points reduced. It really
Yay!
helps that you kept very below the radar this last week and rolled pretty good on a lot of things, so your threat didn't actually go up.
Ooh, what's the threshold for the danger threshold at the low level again? I know the Inquisition threshold. What's the other threshold? The one where just bad stuff starts happening.
I mean, there isn't like a danger threshold.
Oh, okay.
There's just you roll.
It's just like a range. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a range. It's
Oh,
you
yeah.
roll
The D100, right?
You roll the D100 at the
I
end.
forgot about that. Okay.
That's okay. It's been a bit since we did a rebellion phase. So yeah, I think that bumps it down to like 26.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to continue? Reduce threat even more.
Honestly, I still think we should stick to the initial plan because thumbs up. I don't think I get to do it more than once, so someone else must take the mantle.
Yes.
Lowering by 10 is pretty damn good.
I wouldn't mind reducing it more, but also if someone sees something that seems more critical, then I'm fine with spending more actions on that. We have 2 more actions, so.
I think recruitment's definitely a good third action now that I'm looking at it because we got a lot of deduction, but I still think we should lower just a little bit more. Wow.
Yeah.
Those words are
Seduce.
Yeah, I'm also
Reduce it lower.
Seduce.
The only other thing I would recommend is I forgot what it was called, but making money.
Yeah, earning like the earn income. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost a whole area that was also a legitimate business.
Mm-hmm.
Crow and Hammer was a legitimate business, so while we don't have an immediate need for funds right now, most of us, it might be good to have it in the future.
Maybe we do that one for the next week. Because we get 2 weeks of rebellion.
We get this week
actions
and then one more week. Yeah.
Before like the masquerade hit, so that might be a good one to do for the second week.
Mm-hmm. If we want to do like the reduce, recruit as so another reduction roll, and then last one being recruitment. That's also like good with me.
Yeah, and then we have the next week to do things like get money and maybe more recruitment and other things we might need.
I very much don't want to start a hunt for us right before this masquerade we're supposed to be attending, so that's why I'm kind of very hefty on we should keep reducing the best we can. Timing would be ours.
Let's do it once more then.
Who's reducing?
Reduce, reuse, recycle, baby.
Who hasn't rolled for one recently?
Yeah. Or Dusty Aki Sparlock.
I'm glad someone's been taking notes on that part.
You are the recruiter, so it's either athletics or acrobatics.
Thank you.
You use those. Yeah. Okay.
Which acrobatics is the winner? 20?
20 is the DC.
Oh,
because it's
thank
just
goodness.
the basic level one for your level. So yeah, a 20 is the DC, so you would successfully reduce the threat by 1d6.
All right, and let us roll a d6.
All right, that will bring you down to 23 threat, I believe. When your last action to recruit. So Aki or Dusty?
Probably Dusty.
Let's do me, and then that way we can have Aki go and then some hard shit next week.
Oh, are you recruiting X's? Who is it that you're recruiting?
You know, Oscar turned out being very useful, I should say. So is the cell. I'm just saying, we got the printing press through them. Like, I could go talk to more X's if we want to do that. Wait, no, I'm going to roll. What's my options for rolling?
Performance or intimidation.
Great. I'm glad I finally actually upped my intimidation because the sheet was wrong.
Damn, bullying X's into working for you? That's rough, Eurideux.
Now listen here, you little shit. You are 15 feet away.
I'm sick and I'm sleepy. You can't hurt me. It's my birthday. I'm just a little birthday boy.
Wearing glasses.
I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Yep.
That's not gonna be a crit, but that is gonna be a 26.
26, it is a success. So with recruiting on a success, you gain 2d6 followers.
That's 11.
11, so 11 new followers.
What are you smiling about over there, Alyssa?
Just thinking about your ex's table. And which ones are susceptible to being, like, bullied erotically by Euri into joining a rebellion.
Bullied erotically? Okay.
I mean, that's quite an erotic skill if you can bully people into joining an insurrection.
That is what
agree.
Cassian Andor does, to be fair.
Exactly.
It all leads back to that motherfucking guy.
It does.
Full circle.
Just like the rebellion logo, anyways.
Yeah, you all have a very successful rebellion phase. More and more people are hearing about the anathema and hearing about the good that they've done, the people they've helped, you shutting down the stopping the strike in the Narrows by resolving the problem with the sea monster or the lake monster, and all of that. And so you helping in Clockwork Hall, as word is starting to spread. Other things that you also get you get a confirmation about invitations. For Alouette, you're able to get essentially invitations for you, a +1 with you, Euri a +1.
So we just need 2 more?
Yes, and those will be handled by the Midnights.
Sweet.
And other things. Information about the Lark estate. You will learn that the Larks have it set up so that they sort of change their staff every about 6 months or so. Just so that no one can get a little too comfortable with the layout. And remember, essentially is one of the things you'll also learn from Juniper and other rumors you gather is the house itself has configurations. It essentially is these set configurations that they can change using essentially the control room. And your best bet during the masquerade is to get somebody in the control room, because more likely than not, Tristan is hidden in a hidden room that is only available from a different configuration. Juniper does mention that she has a lot of experience with mechanical things, so if you want her to come along as well, and to be the one to operate the house from the control room, she will.
Oh, Alouette could take Juniper with him. Okay.
Alouette has a fiance. Why would she bring someone else?
Laeth, what are you talking about?
That was Alyssa. Laeth doesn't know anything about this. Laeth refuses to acknowledge to Lou that she knows this thing.
Right, I need to get you two together if I can talk about this shit. There's too much going on.
A kiss.
That's the part of it.
How do you know we haven't?
I know. If you two knew, everyone would know. Also, I would know, because one of you or both of you will just be mad at me.
It's Yuri's fault. We kiss and it's Yuri's fault, but we're mad. That's the ultimate miscommunication.
Yeah. But yes, also there were some scenes that people wanted to do, which we can definitely do that now, especially as you round out the week and start the next one.
Quick question before we dive into that is, if we did bring Juniper along, is there a way to get Juniper a ticket, or do we have to smuggle Juniper in?
She can be one of your +1s.
Then we'd still be one short for the party? Because we have 6 total, and there's 6 of us.
And each one comes with like a +1.
Oh, the Midnight's tickets also came with +1s?
Yeah, they'll also come with a
Heard.
+1.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was 2 total for them, not 2 plus.
So the real question is, how are we gonna find dates?
That's easy for some of us.
Yeah, easy for some of you.
Oh yeah, one last thing for the rebellion. I might have forgotten that for a second. Give me your resolving roll for the rebellion, the D100.
Oh, Aki, it's all you.
Aki did it last time.
She did it last time?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I'll do it.
I don't like that.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's visibility day.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, which means it will become visible. Don't do it.
No, this is the day to do it.
No, it's not, because it will become visible.
It's not
18.
It's not
How
Ace
about that?
Visibility
18.
Day. It's Ace Pride. 18.
That's under our number. We want under, right?
No, we want over.
I thought we weren't under. Such. I mean, it's 81.
Yeah, you're a point.
Farris, full confidence, said the wrong answer and thought it was right.
No, it really is 18, but do we really want a high number, not a low number?
Yeah, because if we're lowering it,
Aubrey,
it means
do we want a high
number?
number or a low
It
number?
is roll over.
Man, I thought it was like
it's been
I thought it was like the divine intervention where you want
if
under
you
the
roll
number.
below what your number is, that's when the Inquisition will start.
Oh, use your hero point, Farris.
I will allow you to use your hero point this one time because we got confused.
Because you're your enthusiasm.
And think you wanted to roll?
Just a quick question, just as a reminder. The tens place 1 is the tens place, and the single digit is the single digit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
How do we feel about a pre-masquerade Inquisition? I got 14.
Please say psych. Please say psych right now.
I'm doing real good at rolling under the number.
It's Ace Visibility Day. You're making us visible to the Inquisition.
No, it's Ace Pride.
It's just International Ace Day. I don't think there's visibility
Inquisition.
or pride involved.
Yeah,
It's
just
just,
hide
hey,
in the
we
soup kitchen.
You understand why you guys maybe rolled before now, right? Because we had to get higher than a 40.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I did last time.
Farris, how do you hit the odds? Listen, I need you to do my Pokefarm clicks because then I'll actually hit the obscenely low odds that I need at this point. I say this with love. I say this with affection. I know you can't control luck, but I'm bullying you for it anyways.
No, that's fine.
That's
happens.
bold words coming from you, Tech.
Hey.
Just say it.
Hey.
They have to feel vindicated where they can.
So,
Also, this has not been a great campaign for my rolling.
So, what's an Inquisition, Aubrey?
The Inquisition is, it's kind of already very helpful that there is this thing that the High Priest set up called his blade. Whereas they are fully aware of you, and now they start hunting you.
But our threat level is so low.
Unfortunately, you just got very, very unlucky.
This is how we find out that the Lady of Thorns is part of the blade.
Oh shit. We don't know this, or do we? Is there like a public announcement?
There is not.
Okay,
this is just a thing that you, the players, know. Is now you are being hunted.
Okay. Well, we can't. We were just gonna have to do what we were gonna do anyways. So.
Why do I feel like something very
I always
bad is
think
about to
I'm being
happen?
hunted.
It's
That's
the
true.
tetanus.
I think it's so funny that our main reason for lowering threat was to not start the Inquisition. We did it anyways. It's just so funny, guys.
Hey, sometimes you roll really high numbers, and sometimes you don't roll high numbers much at all.
Did
and you know
someone
what?
like?
I did go into that with the confidence of, hey, I don't roll high very often this campaign.
Did Lou like step up in public by accident? Is that
Lou
how they know?
was like a monster bird in public not too long ago.
You know, hey, you know what? Thematically, it makes sense. If they're the blades, they
And
probably know.
also, maybe they
Aubrey,
figured out our
know some
connection
shit
with the
about us,
blades.
don't they? They know some shit, huh?
Yeah. At
Mm.
least
We
one of
know-
them has a
we-
personal connection to Gravewing.
I was gonna say we know some shit
Yeah.
about them as well, but it's more so now. I'm glad I didn't fucking roll it because that would have meant my brother doxed me, and that would have been
You're welcome.
that would have been worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, we'll certainly see what the consequences of that are later. It's going to take some time.
What's the blade's full name? I keep trying to call them like the Emperor's blade, and I don't know where I'm getting that from. We don't have an emperor.
It's just the High Priest's blade.
The high
But the
priest.
bloody blades is what you're thinking of, which is also not correct.
Yeah, I also keep trying to call them the holy blade, and that's just very confusing.
The knife guys. Hey, we're knife guys. Welcome to our show.
Oh, they have Johnny. It's Johnny Knife Hands.
Johnny
Oh my
Knife
God.
Hands.
Is there a Freddie Mercury as well?
No, that is not.
Not in Malakad, but there is in Vashania.
Let's go. They're a mermaid.
There's a siren.
Who wants to go first on the scene?
I know there's the graving one. I have one where that will follow the graving one once I find out information from Gravewing. That means I'm going back to Silver Court again.
Have I heard back from my sister? Not from Peregrine regarding. I wanted to talk about our mama.
Yes, you would have been told to meet her this week in there's a tea shop in Twilight Grove. So yeah, it's some nebulous point this week. Yeah.
Lou will go meet her second oldest sister for tea and trauma.
Tea and trauma. Yeah, there's this place called the Tea Garden in Twilight Grove, and yeah, it's probably a place. You probably have never been here before. So, Twilight Grove is a district that we have not been in yet. Twilight Grove is where most of the Lamplighters call home, and most of like the big official temples are in Twilight Grove. And the Holy Blood. They have their base here.
Feels like such a safe place to be right now.
It's so
I feel
incredibly
so
safe. There's
secure.
Lamplighters and Holy Blood everywhere.
So safe.
So yeah, you see your sister Peregrine. Oh, just give us a brief description of her.
Yeah, Peregrine is another tiefling. She's got more of their dad's complexion, so it's a little like a palish gray, with like gray, short, curly gray hair and horns, and a scar over one eye, and generally gives off like a kind of like a friendly personality, but like she kind of is very like Dragon Age Origins Liliana energy. Very friendly on the surface and could kill you underneath.
Yeah, looks like a cinnamon roll could actually kill you.
Yeah. She's usually like dressed for like adventure, and less like status appropriate clothing, and more like no, I need to be able to move at a moment's notice kind of thing, but still fashionable.
So like is an actual like adventurer and stuff.
I think probably she's a spy with one of the bard guilds, but I think she's a bard and like she's a spy bard, but
Yeah.
Lou doesn't know that. That's just my guess.
Yeah. As you see her, she already has tea there ready for you. And we'll wave you over and say, "That was surprised to get your letter, Alouette."
Oh, you have no idea how surprising my last week has been. So.
Yes,
I was surprised that you
Hearing-
answered it. What a delight.
Well, I was certainly curious. You've been getting out there. I've been hearing a little bit about it.
Yes, well, I thought it was time that they, flew the nest, as it were.
I think this is straight up burning the nest.
Interesting way to put it.
Well, your choice of spouse.
Oh, well, that part. It wasn't quite so controversial when I picked them. And it's love. We are definitely and totally in love. I don't
Okay.
sound convincing right now, but it is because it has been a very difficult week and I haven't really had time to think about that part.
No,
I don't
that's
have
fair.
time
That's
to
fair.
be lovey-dovey right now, but it will be once there's time for it. Anyway.
Yeah, your letter sounded a little. What is going on? To explain.
I wanted to talk about the family curse.
Oh yes, that curse, the curse of our family.
Yeah, the family curse that you nor any of our siblings saw fit to tell me about.
We were always told not to.
And we always do what we are told by our parents.
When we were young, it was very much, you don't talk about this. Bad things happen if you talk about this.
Bad things happen if you don't talk about it. Trust me, tell you.
Yeah, no, looking back at it, I wish we had, because I don't know, it's, maybe somebody would have had a fucking answer.
Lou's going to put down a fistful of feathers from previous moltings just on the table.
So it's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and it's a lot of it is, it's one of those many things that I've also been trying to look into. Something to do with an ancestor, or doing something heretical, cursing our family. But yet again, most texts I can come across that have anything to do with it have been destroyed. And I've been looking.
What do you all remember about Mother's death?
It was just very sudden. That's what I remember. I remember her father telling us that things had taken a turn for the worst. She had become sick. It was, I do remember there was a bit of the plague passing through that year. So I at the time I didn't think too much of it, but now you're making me rethink things.
Can I, does this game have insight checks? Can I insight check
Yeah,
her?
you do a perception check.
I don't freaking trust my sister as far as I can throw her, frankly. You look like the dice of doubt. Oh, yes, you are the dice of doubt. That's a natural 20 for a 31.
For the most part, she's being pretty honest with you. There are things that she is, of course, holding back. She definitely she might have had doubts longer than she's letting on, but she definitely did believe it in the beginning.
So, you knowing and I presume experiencing the family curse up close and personal, at no point wondered if that was related to our mother's death.
I did wonder, but again, there were a lot of things that lined up. A plague passing through Manakad that year. I knew many people who died of it.
If it was the plague, they would have told us it was the plague. They did not.
That's true. I was unfortunately away and very busy at the time.
Tell me about it. Well, it should please you to know that she definitely did not die of plague.
In the curse, yes?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Something like a curse and a giant hammer.
And it tilts her head like a bird would as she looks at you. It's like, just imagine an owl. Go on.
I have finally seen her body.
So she was not buried.
No.
Where was she?
In the city.
Be more specific. Where in the city?
In the part of the city that people have not been in a while.
Starlight Bastion?
Maybe. Or perhaps it was in a crater.
Okay. And you saw her body?
Yes.
So that means, not that I'm surprised that Father would lie to us, but
What do you mean by that?
Father always twisted the truth to his own benefit. We were always told that you were too sick to leave.
No. I stayed because of Father's grief. Because
The
he fell
father-
apart without me.
Father always told us that you stayed because you were too sickly to leave.
I see. We have not always been very close. For mostly logistic reasons. But you are my sister. And I would like very much to believe that I can trust one person in this family. Perhaps two. So, you are right about the lying. But it is worse. You're the curse. You're good. You're right. You have it handled. You got it
I have
under
it
control.
under control.
I have a follow-up question, but not now. Mother was alive until a few weeks ago.
Holy shit. Just lock her in the fucking basement somewhere?
Kind of, yeah. I think so.
Okay. Like leaning forward, like hanging on all every word.
I don't know everything. It's been a very hectic and bad few days. But I do know that I saw her and she was alive, and then she was not. I didn't know it was her until afterwards. I
Of
found out
course.
later.
Right?
She was kind of
Raven.
concerned. The curse got her, I guess.
Yeah. That would always find raven feathers hidden around the house.
Yeah. I don't know where she is now. Someone took her body.
Okay.
I also sort of ruined Papa's study as a bird monster. So that he might have things to say about that. I
Hasn't
haven't
said anything
been
yet.
back.
Of course, I don't go home very often, so
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
it is better that father and I are always at least one district apart at all times.
I'm glad you get that distance from the rest of the family. What? This has been something. Is the bird thing, is it always birds? Euri is not a bird, but are the rest of us all birds? Is that a thing?
The rest of us are birds.
Did they know that when they named us all after birds? That seems a little...
I unfortunately think so. It was kind of weird, cruel joke.
Wow. Okay, the first 2 or 3 is sure, but then after that, you have to break up the theme. Don't tell anyone else about this yet, please.
I can do that. I'm very good at keeping secrets.
Yeah, I'm learning that too.
Out of her pocket, she pulls a etched coin and will place it on the table in front of you and say, if you can ever get in contact with me, sometimes I'm out on a job, take this coin to a theater in Ravenswood and ask to speak to the chorus.
Cool. Lou will take the coin, and I think she's actually kind of touched that she's being given this point of contact that normally she doesn't get.
This little wooden coin with a music note scratched into it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I wasn't around as much. Sorry, none of us were. I hope to make up for it with this.
It's a kind gesture, and it's fine, There were, I was so much younger than all of you. I don't really blame you. You have your lives. And I am starting to find mine.
Yes, and some of us tried. It was always hard. Father lied about you being sick, so would come up with reasons why we shouldn't come by.
I have to go. We are dealing with some wild things. But thank you for meeting with me and the coin. Do we hug? Are we gonna be huggers?
We can do the hug.
Oh, okay, we're gonna hug. We're gonna hug my sister. We hugged. Great. Normal thing.
Take care of yourself, Alouette.
And you. Okay, bye. Now I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you leave the Twilight Grove behind with a strange little wooden coin and orders to, if you ever need anything, to talk to, go to a theater and ask to talk to the chorus.
Very interesting.
Incredibly. Do you want to follow up on anything you've learned?
Not as of yet. I think the only real follow-up she has is just confronting dear Papa. And she's not quite ready for that.
It's fair.
But it's sure brewing. It is sure brewing. Am I able to do retraining this week at all?
Yeah, you can spend part of the week retraining for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna retrain feet. I gotta double check which one it was, but that's what the rest of my week is.
Right. Euri, you said there was something.
Well, it's technically Gravewing has something for Euri.
Yeah, true.
I have something after that's also in Silvercourt, actually, because I do, towards the end of the week, I do want to go back home to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens after this conversation with Gravewing, if Aki doesn't die.
So as requested, I will find some time to meet up with just Euri. Maybe like we're at, I don't know. We are at somewhere else where there is alcohol and I can pour you like a shot.
Yeah, because you did say at one point, like, we should have a chat. It's about like you do like pointed with your eyes or body language. I don't know if you can actually point with your eyes. You have a mask, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're on this side of the. Unless you really wanted to be on the other side of the river for anything. I don't know. There's a place called the Traveler's Rest in Darklight Bazaar.
Yeah, let's go there.
Do any of my other exes know work anything? I don't know. No, that's a joke. I'm not saying no. Absolutely not.
Isn't that my ex place of work?
Yes.
Yeah, you. I hate all of you. Don't go there.
We're going there. I ordered some food to try and see what it tastes like when it's not Niall's cooking. Can I roll to see if I like it?
Sure.
This is me being a piece of shit for Tick. Yeah, I'll roll for it. Do I like it? Nah, I don't like it. Like, it's fine. It's food. It's not like horrible tasting, but I don't know. Niall does something better with the broth. It tastes rather watered down.
Ew.
Is any of the food
I'll
vegetarian?
get Euri a drink because I think drinking might be needed for this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not normally vegetarian, that's for sure. So, like, I mean, like in terms of the food, unfortunately, it's not vegetarian, but the drinks are.
Usually.
Yeah. I mean, there's bread for the table, so I'm assuming bread is.
Wheat may be hard to come by. Who could say?
That's true.
You can make bone dust bread.
Bone dust bread, which I don't think that's something you want.
No. Euri walk in, you would be able to tell just from their body language. They've 100% been here before many times because they don't look out of place. Like in their like how they walk in here. And so they're gonna sit down next to the drink and just I guess this is a good place to talk as any. What's going on?
Yeah, well, how much did Lou tell you? I just want to know what I gotta fill you in on.
About what happened with Euri's gonna imitate flapping.
Yeah.
I mean, not much. Just that lost control. You helped her. And that's kind of it, I believe. It's been quite busy, but yeah.
Yeah, well, she saw something at home. Was letters from her mom.
Oh, from the Talus book that Juniper had?
Nah, raw letters.
Eurideux is about to sip their drink and then puts the glass down.
Yeah.
From where?
From, well, addressed to her dad. Like they were corresponding.
I assume after, leaving is the reason why these are very distressing.
Yeah. Well, there's one more bit. Do you remember that beast we fought back at Talus's manor?
Vaguely.
That's your
not
aunt. Sorry, I'm a band-aid ripper when it comes to bad news.
No, you're... That... in there.
Yeah,
The whole time?
whole time. She was. I don't think she knows what she was getting into, You guys seem pretty desperate to control these curses. I don't know. Look, man, these mad scientist types. You'll do a lot when you're desperate, and they'll do a lot when they wanna. And Graven kind of just takes a sip of her drink. It's just like, damn, this fucking sucks.
And did fucking Bernard know?
Yeah.
That's
It looks
Euri-
like. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say. Graven continues. It looks like Alouette's dad has been a fucking weasel this whole time. I'm not sure the exact contents, but I do know that Lou read everything. And she turned there at her house. Father's study or something. But if she was a bird for that long, that big ass bird.
Euri is going to pick up the drink, shot or not, is going to down it like a shot. And you could tell, Euri knows what's happening. You could tell by the time it hits his tongue, it does catch a flame. And Yuri's mouth just closes and like smoke comes out for a second. Puts the glass down very deliberately. This motherfucker.
I will order you another drink, but I will also order you a glass of water because I'm not sure. Alcohol plus fire seems like a bad idea. I'll just let you make your choices. Water, whiskey.
When blood is boiling, it's quite literal this time. They're gonna sit there for a second and they're gonna kind of look at you and, why are you telling me this?
Well, when I found Lou, she was in a worse state, kind of not entirely there. Was able to calm her down, and she kind of word vomited everything. I don't even know if she knows how much she told me. The other thing, though, is her mother's body is gone. It was gone when we got there. I don't know if she's what that means, dead or alive, but
Was Dallas's body there?
GM, it was gone too, right? Okay.
Yes.
Gravewing's gonna shake her head. Also gone. But that bitch was dead.
Yeah, I remember.
We should have kept in hindsight, we should have kept a closer eye on it. We should have gotten rid of the bodies ourselves, but
We didn't expect them to come back to life. We didn't know about Miss Tracy yet.
no. Which is, it's gonna be real upsetting if we have to fight your aunt's corpse again, knowing fully now. But I think it's better that you know in general.
Yuri's gonna ponder both the water and the alcohol in front of them. It's gonna down the other alcohol again. This time a little bit of the fire escapes their mouth, but they're gonna, fan it away. And Yuri's gonna look at you again. Their eyes are kind of are trying to be very stoned, but it's definitely cracking. They're like, who doesn't trust me, huh?
From what I understand of your family issues, it seems like everybody was keeping secrets from her.
Yeah.
I think she trusts you more than her father. But she's grown. It's a little bit hard to reestablish your reality now that it's real and not some picture book. I don't think your lives are picturesque, but it was definitely a nicer book than and Gravewing gestures to the tavern.
Yeah, I know. Well, the only fault it is mine. So
I think you did what you knew how to do. Well, is there anything else you got questions about, would like to know?
I think I should give Lou a little space for at least a couple days. Maybe I could get Sassel to sign some more books for her. Well, I can only assume it's evening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're peak traveler's rest hours, where Nihil would normally be here, but the food's worse now, so they're not. Yuri's gonna tap their fingers on the table, is going to pull out their pouch of gold and put it in front of Gravewing. Give me back the money later. I have to go take care of some family problems.
You got enough to cross the river?
Right. I'm gonna take out some silver and a couple of gold and put it in my pocket and leave the rest there. Mind you, this is a pouch full of 20 gold.
Gravewing will shoo you off, let you go do your own thing, but maybe as you open the door, she'll pipe up one thing. Just let her know that you're here to talk and let her come to you. Worked with literally everybody in my family, except for one.
As their way out, Yuri gives an acknowledgement wave, and is gonna head out.
So I guess the question is, where is Eurideux going to head?
I think both out and in of character, Yuri believes that it's probably a bad idea to murder Barry right now without the rest of the family there. I actually
So are you going to murder Barry right now without the rest of the family?
No. I actually want to go to my house, but I want to sneak around.
Sneak around?
With my
Okay.
+2 stealth. And I don't
I
know, we could do
foresee
this.
only good things.
Yeah, we could do this like next episode if people have other stuff they want to do.
Yeah,
I
anyone
need to
else
do some
have-
snooping on my mom.
Anyone else have anything they would like to do? And it can kind of be a little bit nebulous. As this is over the week. You're kind of laying a little bit low this week as you're preparing for the masquerade.
I will be regularly returning to the tower to read all these crazy books I've found just to see what I can learn.
I don't necessarily need to RP it, but I'm gonna lay out what I plan to do for the Kessie stuff. I'm gonna go visit her during a not rush hour time is the best way to put it. So maybe dock workers are turning in, people are going like to bed for dinner or whatever. I am gonna buy her a really nice fish and some really nice like the fruits equivalent, I don't know, stuff like that. Bring it all the way to her, wait for her to show up because it's a bit of an offering, but like also a bit of a bribe. Like maybe I'll get her that good fish, you know, maybe get her that premium slice or whatever. Get her that good fish, get her the good fruits, let her pick and eat and stuff. And then I'm gonna be like, all right, Kessie, I'm gonna need more scales, loose ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making things.
If you want,
for
you can
people.
you can borrow Marigold so that Marigold can like actively talk to Kessie for you.
That's oh my god, yeah. I'm gonna bring Marigold and be like, you gotta help me bribe Kessie.
So Marigold will know exactly what kind of fruits and what exactly kind of fish.
All right, change of plans. Grab Marigold, convince Marigold to help me, make Marigold help me like buy things for Kessie that Kessie would like. Then go to Kessie again around that time of non-rush hour, bribe her.
Yeah.
And when Kessie's like kind of chilling, I might even try to get measurements for her. I feel real bad just taking all of her shit. So I might as well attempt to also get something made that's Kessie sized. God. We'll just use my scales. It's fine.
Scales.
When scales for my tail specifically are way bigger than the scales on my body, right? So I'll just pick ones from my tail to use to make for Kessie here. And maybe not all of it has to be fully scaled, you know. Maybe we get some rope.
Yeah. We
get creative with it. But yeah, like that's the plan. I need a lot of shit made. I did the math, not for how much this is gonna cost me. Which by the way, like I'm okay with paying in parts. You know, like installments, you know, you get a group of this done, you get some of this done also works. But I think I needed including the ones that I already am having made right now. I think I'm making 16 things. There's too many fucking NPCs that I like.
It's fair. But yeah, no, you can definitely do that with Marigold's help. And, you know, start working on all of these things. Well, and other than that, I think that makes a pretty good spot to end this episode on, as we will come back next time and figure out what the Euri skulking gets them. Only good things, I suppose.
Hey everyone, be careful. Euri had his credit card stolen and needs your help. In order to help, go follow us on Blue Sky on Instagram and give us support on your Patreon in order to get Euri one of his exes back so he can actually get some bitches, and his credit card because he gave all of his money to Gravewing. So remember, give us that support, give us some positive reviews, and say hi in the chat, and maybe Euri will be able to get some bitches for once in his life that he can actually keep. So stay safe, eat some people, and don't be a trashy person.
Wake me now from my sleep, I've been dreaming. Dark so long I could not find the meaning. Hold never-ending night. I can feel it now. It haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me in this random light. It calls me. He is reaching out, consuming